Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Thanks all for coming today. First of all, let me introduce myself first. My name is Satria Amar Sehan. My student number is 2302 and I am from majoring in business management. In my presentation today, I'm going to talk about economic growth. I hope this information will help you better understand about economic growth. Okay, next, reason and purpose. The reason I choose this topic is not only because I am from the economic major, but also because I have previously studied economic growth and I am interested in exploring this topic further. In this presentation, I will divide the materials into four parts, namely, first, definition of the economic growth, secondly, source of economic growth, third, economic growth theory, and lastly, the conclusion. Okay, so first I will explain the definition of the economic growth. So, what is economic growth mean? The definition of economic growth is a condition where there is an increase in potential GNP or gross national product, which reflect growth in per capita output and an improvement in the standard of living of the population. The term economic growth is used to describe the progress or development of the economy in a country. An economy is said to be growing if the quantity of goods and services produced increase. Or in other words, if is an increase in the country potential GNP. The main purpose of calculating economic growth is to see whether economic conditions are getting better or vice versa. The existence of economic growth is very important because it can influence things such as prosperity levels, secondly, employment opportunity, and the last part is income distribution. Okay, next in this slide, I will discuss the source of economic growth. So, what is source of economic growth meaning? Based on the micro concept in production theory, the amount of output is largely determined by the inputs involved in the production process. Factors that will support a country economic include first natural resources, human resource, capital resource, and for the last, technology and innovations. Okay, in this slide, I will discuss about the material of economic growth theory. There are three theories proposed by economics regarding economic growth. The first is the Keynesian theory, the second is the neoclassical theory, and the last is the modern economic growth theory. Okay, for the first, I'm gonna discuss about the Keynesian theory. The Keynesian theory is proposed by G.M. Keynes in 1883 until 1946. States that in the short run, national output and employment are primarily determined by aggregate demand. Keynesian believe that monetary policy and fiscal policy should be used to address unemployment and reduce the rate of inflation. Keynesian concepts indicate that the role of the government is significant in creating economic growth. Okay, for the next theory is about neoclassical theory. This theory is proposed by Robert Solow in 1950. The country economic growth factors can be established with three important components, namely labor, capital, and technology. Attention to these three inputs is very significant to the process of economic growth. Okay, for the last theory, I will discuss about the economic growth theory by Morgan Rostow. So, this theory was proposed by Rostow, Skanser, Gerard Domar, and Martin Feldstein. Rostow state that economic growth is a process of various changes, namely, first, change in the reorientation of economic organization, secondly, change in societal views, change in the way of saving or investing capital from unproductive to more productive means. And for the lastly, change in perspective toward natural factor. Okay, for the last one is a conclusion. In summary, economic growth means producing more goods and services in a country or region. It depends on factors like money, workers, and technology. Theories like Keynesian, neoclassical, and modern economic growth theory explain how government policies, markets, and innovation affects growth. Investing in things like building, education, and new ideas help improve living standards and create long-term prosperity. Understanding these ideas helps countries make policies that support steady and fair economic growth. Thank you for watching. I hope my presentation has been beneficial. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below with your thoughts and questions. Stay tuned for more insightful content. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.